everybody, it's Cathy, and I got a treat for you today. I have 4 of our board members, and you get to know them a little bit more after this video. Let's start with my friend Matt. Matt, could you introduce yourself, please?
I'm Matt McPhee. I work with Sotheby's in Greenbrae, and that's who I am. Actually, real estate broker and aging athlete. And an outdoor enthusiast is what I would call myself.
But Matt, how long have you been doing this crazy job called real estate?
This year, last year officially was 25 years. Jeez. Just like it was yesterday.
Jeez.
But not.
You're a spring chicken. I may have 1 year on you. Okay, Kathleen, tell us who you are.
Good morning. I'm Kathleen Clifford, and I work with Compass Real Estate. I have been practicing real estate here in Marin for 21 glorious and blissful years. Prior to that, I was in the apparel business for decades as a buyer and then as a wholesale seller and company owner, manufacturing company owner. And that actually really helped me with real estate because it's very analytical and problem solving and running a business. So it was actually a good entree to real estate.
Sounds like it. That sounds great. And Michelle, it's your turn.
Well, it sounds like I'm the newbie on the board. I'm Michelle Dodd. Hi, everyone. I work with Compass, and I've been in real estate in this wonderful profession for coming on 4 years. Prior to this, I was in tech at one of the big tech companies and for decades in sales and consulting. So that was a good segue to real estate as well. And I also ran a small coaching business, triathlon coaching business in Marin for 10 years.
Thanks, Michelle. Hey, Phoebe, it's your turn now.
Morning. I'm gonna not sneeze on camera. Yes, I am. My name is Phoebe Reyes. I'm with Bay Area Modern Real Estate, and I have been licensed for 9 years now. I got into real estate because me and my dad started on a journey to buy a house together, and I just kind of fell in love with the industry and the process, and kind of always knew that that was where I was going to go. So here I am.
Okay. Well, you know, it's one thing to be a realtor. It's another thing to step up and go that extra step and volunteer to help out with the organization. Hey, Matt, can you tell me why you decided to volunteer to be on the board?
If I could remember.
A long time ago. You've been involved for a while.
I think this is my 4th, perhaps, kind of term or whatever. Not a consecutive term, but I've been on and off the board. I was on the executive committee. Initially, it was due to a couple of other board members who mentioned it to me and mentioned a couple of the things, particularly political advocacy and things of that sort, which you get to do. You know, we help the association, we help our members with things that are going on in the communities, and et cetera. And because of that, I thought it would be interesting. And consequently, I've come back repeatedly, and it's been great. It's very, very valuable as part of our business. And I think that a lot of people may not understand that value.
Yeah, I agree with you entirely. Hey, Kathleen, what brought you to the board? How did you end up there?
I ended up on the board due to a very persuasive Blaine Morris, who talked to me.
He's good at it.
And I will agree with Matt. I think that political advocacy is an important aspect of what we do on the board. And I also would hope to bring a bit of professionalism to our industry in terms of the image that we have. I would love to see us elevated a little bit from used car salesman to something a little higher than that.
Well, I share that goal for sure.
Yeah, and Blaine had said to me there wasn't much representation from Southern Marin agents on the board, so that was a factor also.
That's all those reasons are really good. And Michelle, what brought you to the board?
I was asked.
You were asked? It
sim-
always starts with an ask, doesn't it?
Similarly, I joined this particular board because of a very persuasive Cathy Youngling. And you know, I enjoy being involved in the communities that I live and work in. And I saw this as an opportunity to take a step outside of my individual business and participate in the larger community of realtors. I'm also currently the president of the Women's Council of Realtors, Marin. So this felt like a logical partnership to the role that I play there.
We're lucky to have you. And Phoebe, dear, how did you end up on the board?
Well, I think recruiting is a recurring theme here, and Chris Backer gave me a little push a few years ago, and I think I either was pregnant or had just given birth, and I was like, no way, can't do it. And then the next year came around and another position opened up. So I decided, okay, all right, fine, Chris, stop calling me. I'll be on the board with you.
Good.
And so,
Good, Chris.
yeah, I know, he's awesome. And so I originally started with YPN, and then that kind of I also went through the leadership program that MAR offers, and that was just a great kind of introduction to, you know, what the importance of being involved, and also just, you know, volunteering your time to be able to be the change that you know, want to see.
You guys are inspiring me right now. So I want you to inspire the people that are watching and tell me one thing you want our members to know about what we do on the board. One thing. Matt, you kind of referred to something.
Yeah, I think that the one thing that people don't realize about what MAR does is very active in local governments, very active as far as you know, what is happening as far as our industry, particularly things like point of sale. You know, we've had battles over toilets, we've had battles over sewer lines, we've had battles over, you know, we've got fire issues now, we've got all kinds of things. And for us to be able to do our business as we do on a daily basis and know that somebody is, you know, looking out for our best interest in the big picture, which as an individual is a little bit harder, and we certainly don't have the voice as an individual as we do as a group. I think that's one of the main things that that really we as a board understand, but a lot of members of the association don't. The other thing that Kathleen mentioned earlier, which I thought was really good, is that historically real estate agents haven't had a great reputation. And I think that the board really helps us as an organization become educated and be able to put forward a lot more presentable image for the agents that are out in the community. And consequently, it only helps us over time, hopefully, to kind of maybe move on from the past and move into the future as a little bit different than the used car salesman.
Okay, I'm going to switch it up. Phoebe, one thing.
Surprise. Let's see. I would like people to know what we do on the board. Let's see. We sit around and drink a lot of coffee, and we help make things better for every realtor and just the community as a whole. There's a lot of things, a lot of decisions are made, whether you're at the table or not. And so, you know, as the part of the board, working with local government, you know, rules that involve even just realtors on their own, we work towards, you know, helping create the best outcome for everyone and advocating for homes.
Okay, Kathleen, you.
I think that the board, serving on the board, stands for communication and education for our realtor community. And I want us to be a resource. I want us to be the go-to place for somebody that has questions about anything. How do I deal with certain municipalities for sewer lines? How do I work through an ethics problem? Whatever it is, I think we need to be thought of as the go-to resource.
Okay, and Michelle, you.
So everyone's talked about advocacy, and that is the big thing that the board provides. So I'm going to just step onto a completely different topic. I would say education. The board provides a tremendous amount of education for our members, and I don't think that everyone is aware of that. We're entitled to, I think it's 45 CEUs toward our license renewal. Every year, which is a big benefit, and it's great education. So pay attention to the website calendar and look at the classes that are available to us as realtors out there.
And do we know what that website address is? Who can tell me? I can tell you. It's marincountyrealtors.com. So everybody should be going to that website frequently because there's current information, and then there's those classes coming up and things like that. Our speaker series is really exciting this year. So real quickly, I'm going to ask you all a question. Each is going to be different. Michelle, eat in or eat out?
What? Eat in or eat out?
Just answer. Which one do you like?
My wife is a fabulous cook. Eat in.
Okay, Kathleen, do you want the beach or the mountain?
Oh, you're killing me. You're giving me
How do you
a
choose?
one. That's a funny question because my husband and I think that's a very telltale sign whether you're a water person or a mountain person. My husband's water, but I'm mountain.
Okay, cool. I'm going to say Phoebe, is it comedy or drama for you?
Comedy. Obviously. Who doesn't need a good laugh?
Didn't you used to be a bulldog in your old days or something like
I
that?
was.
Okay, and
still
Matt, yours is history or current events?
History.
Oh,
Learn from the past.
I mean, the history helps us with current events. It should. You guys, I want to thank you so much for being here today, but also for serving with me. And I know that each and every one of you are making a huge difference. So thank you. And I'll
Thank you,
talk to
Matt.
everybody else later.
Thank you, Madam President.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.